I would have never dreamt that this would have been a fiasco as this turned into. Over here at a convention with my colleagues, Harold, Van, Steve, are also stranded. We're stranded over here. We're caught in the chaos. Absolutely. We are caught in the chaos. There's people laying around the airport, sitting in all the chairs. What's up, guys? Yeah, there we are. Stuck at an airport for hours. This is nuts. This whole thing's no joke. And when it says there's thousands of people stranded, I'm one of them. Me and my colleagues. We've been over here talking about the upcoming possible pole shift, the San Andreas fault. We study that. We do all kinds of things. These are things that I don't talk about a lot. I do them all the time. I never get stuck in airports and stranded. This is no joke. This line over here was completely packed. People trying to rebook. Yeah, my flight was totally canceled. And when I checked 2 days ago to make sure it was good, it said it was fine. My flight was not going to be affected. Oh, it totally was. Yeah, I'll go inside here in a minute. You'll see people sitting around in every chair, been sitting here for hours. It's like the airport's full of vagrants, you know. Nobody can do anything. Yeah, this was our yearly meeting. We do this every November. Yeah, it's no joke. Trying to see some of these comments, guys. It's super bright. How's everybody doing? Yeah, when you see the news and stuff like that, those of you the news, I don't. Yeah, it's real. There's thousands of people all across the country being affected by this. It could be something else. They say, oh, it's a shortage of personnel in the control towers, which is not a good thing. Shouldn't be flying if there's a shortage of personnel. There's a control tower right behind me. I'm at a small airport. I try to stick with the smaller ones. They're usually less chaotic. That's why I choose the smaller ones. But this found me. All these people are just waiting around. See the luggage sitting over there on the ground? That's usually a big no-no. There's luggage inside, people just sitting around, don't know what to do. I'm wondering if it's got something to do with all this solar flare activity. I mean, there was another X flare today. Are you serious? Who's that? What's up, guys? Yeah, sorry for the hair's kind of wild. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's the solar flares. There's the sun right there behind me. Cha-ching, there it is. Hurling X flares at us. Yeah, people laying around over there. I mean, it's a mess. It is a straight up mess. And this airport here is usually, this is where we always fly into. It's always real calm and chill. Not too much going on. Yeah, people lining up again over there trying to reconfigure their flight plans. That's the first plane right there. I've heard in an hour. Where is it? Oh, it's behind me. Yeah, we've been, we had a great, oh, there it goes, right up there. Yeah, a lot about San Andreas. The recent activity, there's a swarm while we were here up near San Francisco. Rare swarm. And I know there was a larger earthquake over. Yeah, this is wild. Which is rare. Back home was delayed now, canceled and then delayed 5 times. Here, through the middle. Hold on. Sorry for the lag. Maybe I can get a little better connection in here. It was better out here earlier. They're doing some construction in here too. Hold on. Not a whole lot of options in here. Sorry for the lag, guys. Now here we go. You'll see some people. There's people sitting over here. Hold on. People behind me back there, but this has got construction. Yeah, I'm just wondering if it has something to do with the sun. It could be the what they say it is. I don't know. But the earth is swarmed with energy right now. Yeah, some people are starting to get on that plane. People here that have been sitting here all morning. Here we go. Check this out. Yeah, we had a real good conference this time. It was really interesting. Talked a lot about solar maximum, pole shift, San Andreas fault, South Atlantic anomaly. We stay on top of that every year. Okay, here we go. People just kind of sitting around because they don't have anything else to do. Go. Yeah, caught in the chaos, guys. That was the first flight just 5 minutes ago I've heard leave here. And I've been here for 3 hours. 3 hours. Flight just changed again. It's nuts. Here's some planes behind me. I'll show you. See them? It's sitting there. I've only heard one plane take off since I've been here. One. Now the tower's behind me. I'll show you the tower. Now, obviously you can't tell if there's anybody under it or not. But there's the tower. They say that lack of personnel to control the towers, which is right there. And maybe so. But these planes aren't doing nothing over here. I've heard one plane take off in 2 hours. It's right there. They're just sitting there. Nobody going anywhere. We're just kind of laying around the airport trying to stay comfortable. And what you gonna do, you know? There's only so many chairs. Yeah, chaos is real. Yep. Got some more people over here. I don't know what that was. That didn't sound good. Huh. Yeah, so anyway, over here in Southern California, guys, is trying to get home, caught in the chaos. Say there's not enough people to man the towers and all that. There's a tower right there. Stuck. You know, I've traveled my whole life. This is the first time I've ever had a flight postponed, even for inclement weather. Nothing. First time. There's a tower right behind me right there. Yeah, stuck over here, guys. Caught in the chaos. Right there. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever had a flight postponed. I think I've had a little bit of a delay, you know. We've all had that if you travel a little bit. And I travel a fair amount. Have meetings a couple times a year away from the home base. Harold and Van and Steve, they're stuck up at LAX. Yeah. I'm just trying to get to Arizona. Think about taking an Uber. Nah, just playing. That'd be too expensive for sure. So here's the sun behind me. I know it's bright. Hurling X-flares. That's the sunspot, the one that's been launching the X-flares. That's the sunspot that was behind the sun a week ago that launched, had to have been an X-flare, but we have no way of knowing. That sent a CME off the backside of the sun, moving at over 5 million miles an hour. That's almost Carrington class. So it's no coincidence that we have Carrington class type activity on the sun. And now there's been a huge, this is one of the biggest ever. Over 10,000 flights canceled or delayed today. Coincidentally, during all this solar activity that we all know, if a Carrington event hit the Earth today with all the modern technology, it would not absorb the energy very well. I wouldn't know what to do with it. And start with the satellites and then right there, ground-based technology. So it just makes me wonder if maybe that has something to do with all this. To Van, he said it is a mess over there. Lines, because they have what's called a help desk, and you get a text saying, oh, your flight's been canceled. Well, what do you mean a flight's been canceled? The weather is good, you know? So you got to go to the help desk, and the help desk, I guess, is like a mile long. Sorry about the lag, guys. There's nothing I can do about it. Maybe if I go inside, it'll be better. Hang on. It's just earlier there was people like sitting right next to me and stuff, you know. And I didn't want them to be in the live, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, maybe if I stay here. I think the signal's good here, right by the tower. So I know what's up. Is it the sun? Is it the magnetic field? San Andreas be right over in there. What's really going on? Yeah, what's really up? It's not my plane. Nope. Boy, it's bright over in here. Yeah, I'm caught in the chaos, guys. But I can't see the comments. That thing right there, that hyperactive ball of plasma, I can't see nothing out here other than what's right, my shadow right there. Wow. There was people all over the place, but I don't know where they went, because I've only heard one plane take off. Just one. Yeah, like I said, my colleagues are up, actually down the road. Where they're up the road from me. They're north of me. They are dealing with an even bigger mess, because LAX is huge, you know. And I always tell them, man, y'all, oh, we see famous people in there all the time. I say, I don't care. I want convenience. I don't want to be standing in lines and all that. So they went to LAX, and sure enough, they're going to be there for a long time. And it's a long wait here. Yeah, it's a long way here. I think it has something to do with where you're going. There's a guy up there on the roof. I don't know what he's doing up there on the roof. Ain't like he's checking for leaks, because it don't rain over here. Yeah, what a mess. What a mess. That chaos is definitely real. When you see the 10,000 flights canceled. Guy up there taking pictures. What the hell's he doing? Yeah, it's the real thing, guys. It's the real thing. Got a tower right behind me. So yeah, I just prefer the smaller airports, because they're, like I said, normally smoother, easier, less people, less chaos. Not today. Not today. Wow. And like I said, it's so weird. I just checked the day after first day here to make sure that the flight back was not going to be messed up, because I kind of figured that this might be coming. Sure enough. And they even told me, oh no, your flight's not going to be impacted. I'm like, great. I hear plane 2, maybe. Seriously, I've heard little to none activity. Yeah. Tower's right behind me. Wow. Guys, I can't really see too much. Well, there we go. Okay. Good to see everybody in the chat. You guys know anybody that's dealing with this travel chaos? It's real. Yeah. I can't do it because I'm on my health device. The definitely showed an absence of airborne aircraft, a huge absence, especially out west out here. Definitely noticeable. Probably half the normal airplanes that were in the air on a normal day were on the ground, and it was totally noticeable. I took screen grabs of the map this morning. I'll share them with you guys tomorrow if you haven't seen them already. But yeah, totally obvious there's something going on. Okay, I hear a plane now. No? Yeah, I heard something back over there. There's the tower. But yeah, chaos is real. Unbelievable. Should be home now. Should be home. Stuck at an airport. You serious? Caught in the chaos, guys. Got some guy up on the roof over there. I don't know what he's doing. I have no idea. It's starting to get busy around here again. And this small airport. Only heard 2 airplanes take off. I haven't heard any land. Not one. It's bright out here, y'all. Bright and starting to get hot. I don't know. I just saw a comment about 3i Atlas. Hey, did you guys see the update? Put an update on Facebook earlier about the tail of Atlas. I was going to talk about it on YouTube when I got home this afternoon. So we'll talk about it now. The tail of Atlas, after Atlas comes out from behind the sun, the tail is identifying or being identified as smoke. Smoke. Are you serious? So yeah, I'm wondering if Atlas, which is right up there, has something to do with all this chaos. What in the world? A comet that's emitting smoke? Okay. Yeah. It's got 5 tails. Michael Jaeger from Austria discovered the 5 tails. That man is good at what he does. He is really good. 5 tails, 1 pointing at the sun, and then they got a closer view from a bigger system, and they discovered that the tail was emitting what was behaving like smoke, not typical sublimination. So that was a topic that we did talk about a little bit. But since the new pictures were so new, we really didn't have a chance to do a whole deep dive on them yet. I'm going to. But yeah, it was definitely a topic of discussion. If nothing else, for the very fact that, you know, it's so unique and so rare. That doesn't happen very often. So yes, of course, it was definitely talked about. Absolutely. Everybody's curious about that. Yes, scientists are very intrigued by interstellar travelers. Every single one. They're not being truthful if they say that they're not. They're all intrigued by it because it's so rare. We got a visitor from another star in our backyard. That's pretty cool, man. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I hit a button that I wasn't supposed to. It's so dang bright out here. I can barely see the screen. I'm trying to stay in the same spot because I have a good connection here. Starting to get a little bit of activity going. That's a good sign. That is a good sign. Let's go. Yeah, everybody, we had a good conversation about Atlas. But again, you know, even in the community, amongst us guys, it's still mysterious. Nobody's actually, you know, been able to go up and investigate it up close. Yeah, it's super cool, super mysterious. Everybody is very intrigued by the whole topic. Is it having an influence on us here and you know, on the Earth? You know, it's highly coincidental again. Got all this solar flare activity going on, big time X flares, and we have now 2 confirmed. I think a third one has just been confirmed, but you got to keep in mind, I've been over here on and offline, stuck in traffic, trying to find a flight. It's difficult to research under these types of conditions, but I think there's a third CME en route because the X flare this morning was directly aimed at the Earth, so more than likely the CME, the associated CME, if there was one, and I think there was, that would mean 3 are going to be coming at the Earth in the next 48 to probably 60 hours. So we could have a very long, fairly strong geomagnetic storm. And that does cause blackouts, radio blackouts, you know, primarily in the upper latitudes of the Earth, but depending on the strength and the wave propagation in the top of the ionosphere, you know, it can go farther than just the 60 and 70 degree north. Absolutely it can. We're not fully sure what that thing's capable of doing. That's a infinite topic of study right there. It's always changing and always evolving and doing different things. We know it can at least do a Carrington event. Here in traffic. I don't know where it was. That's good. It's a good sign. Let's go. But yeah, there's a lot going on right now, guys. There really and truly is. Earth is being swarmed in a proton storm right now. The North and South Pole, especially the South, a lot of that energy is being funneled south. That's what when that energy hits the Earth and the shields absorb it, the shields funnel the energy to the North and South Poles. That's why the auroras come down from the North and South Poles and up from the South, is because that's how the energy is managed by your planet and your planet's shields that you can't see. They're always there, they're always busy. But the magnetic field is weakening some because of the South Atlantic anomaly. We did talk about that. And the bigger the anomaly gets, unfortunately, the weaker the shields are going to get. Yeah. It'll be okay, though. It'll be a-okay. Listen, guys, I really can't see any comments out here. I'm standing in the same spot just to keep a decent connection because I'm on the airport Wi-Fi, so I don't know. Again, San Andreas is right over there, part of it. Earthquake swarm in the San Francisco area in the last 48 hours. Albeit small quakes, but we had a 3.6 and a 3.0. amongst, I think, 16 others, 3 and below, in a very small area up near San Francisco. And yes, the 6.9 over near Japan, keep in mind, we just had a full moon. So that was, side effect of the full moon, guys. That's always a possibility. Yeah, always a possibility. And of course, the solar activity. Solar activity, full moon, earthquake. We figured that out a long time ago, right? It's not anything new. Does it happen every single time we have a full moon? No, because we don't always have full moons in conjunction with heightened solar activity. When there's heightened solar activity and a full moon, pretty good chance there's going to be a significant earthquake somewhere on Earth. But unless you know where, you know what I mean. You've heard me say it before. What is up, guys? I couldn't see that. It's so bright out here. And it's starting to get hot, and I'm wearing a black shirt. Standing out here in the old X-Flare machine right here. So I'm going to hop off here, guys, because it is getting hot. I'm going to go in and grab a drink of water and see what's up with this plane. It's been postponed, canceled 5 different times now. Yikes, just trying to get home. Listen, thanks everybody for hanging out. I appreciate the time you spent with me today. I'm hanging out over here in Southern California after our conference. We're all stuck over here just trying to get home. Just know the chaos is real. Airports are up against it today. People are up against it today, just trying to do basic travel. Having a hard time getting from point A to B. But we'll get there sooner than later, hopefully. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a super day and be safe out there. I turn this bed off. Ooh, it is hot.